Yo, people, what's going on? Back again with another episode. Footy Talk, the man them are here. What are you saying?
Yeah, man. What you on?
It's a madness.
Calm.
It's a madness. Mad news breaking out today.
From where? Where do we start, blood?
Yeah, what's happened?
I mean, Oinstein's meant to be the Arsenal guy, but for some reason he's breaking
we signed the
Chelsea
brother?
news today. Nah, we sold the brother. We sold the brother.
I was getting gas.
We sold the brother. We sold the brother. Sold the
Oh,
brother to
Gay.
Palace, man. Yeah,
Who
going
went-
to
Oh,
Palace.
that's not breaking news, brother. Oh, come on.
Big
he's
news
a-
fast, you know. Patrick Vieira's going to change up that team.
He's
it
a good
seems.
player.
Mark
they've got
Gahey,
some youth.
we had him. He was out on loan to Swansea. He had a great season at Swansea. We thought he was going to be part of the first team this season, but he's gone. He's signed
Made
for
it seem
Palace.
like there's a madness, like Bale's going City or something serious happening. Like, he's a good player though.
Yeah, no, he's a good player. He's a good player. Apparently, we put in a bid. Apparently, we put in a bid for Haaland, but some people are saying that's not correct, and some people are saying it is. So it's all mad. They try to
Yeah,
offer
from what
Tammy
they're
and
saying, they
Hudson
said
as well.
that, yeah, that's what I read. I read that you offered
better
a
off with
couple
peace.
man, and they said, nah, unless you offer the mad thing, he's staying where he's staying.
Yeah, no, that's what I saw as well. Man said he's better off for peas, you know.
Peas, but what?
Yeah.
In fact, what is Hudson? Is Hudson Odoi still got that German clout from the Munich league?
He does, bro. Of course he does.
Let me lie. 'Cause obviously, see the guys behind me. It's a unity thing. Let me lie, innit? I'm allow Hudson, man. But they're better off with just peas, man. I can't lie.
Bruv, trust me.
You man got the peas for that.
No, it's true. We do. That's why I think this sale is quite interesting, because I think they're raising money to make that Haaland bid. If they've sold Mark Gahey now, they've sold Tomori, two prospects, two sales for like around 20-25 million each. That's 50 million nearly for the Haaland. So that's agent fees covered in one sale now for Ryan.
Look at you, man, trying to act like you got to raise peas, man. It must be nice, bro. Must be nice, like to have to just lie about needing peas, bro. We actually need peas.
It's like Pep when he said you can't replace Aguero, innit? It's like just
Is it?
the
Yeah,
lies.
all that rich man.
Bold
Man
face
came
lies,
out.
man.
My man came out and cried for the man's family to just say he's capping, fam. Bruv, it gets like that, ain't it? Man said he must have been crying about something else.
Oh God, it's true. It's true. The brother was lying, bro. He knows that he can replace him, and he didn't even play him as well. He's out here, tears in his eyes and whatnot. It's ridiculous.
Some crocodile
So
tears.
mad,
It's
bro.
weak, like.
You know what I mean, talking of tears, blood. Oi, the Arsenal fans, bruv. Oi, Willian looking like Macy Gray, blood. Like man really came.
Chunky youth, man. He looks like he should be in King of Diamonds pause or something. He's just a mad. He's moving mad. Like, I don't. Obviously, we can't. Do you know what? From a mental health point of view, I want to allow a minute, but it's not looking good. You're linked with moves away. You're linked with peas. You're not really looking that much bothered when you're playing in Scotland, and you're looking fat, really. So what have you been doing? You've been overindulging. You know, you see some players like what Nelson might not be here, but he's ticking over. You can see him looking fresh and ready. You're meant to be the guy. You're meant to be setting the example. So he clearly wants to go. Why he's traveled to Scotland beyond obviously him being our player, I don't know, because maybe if you keep him in England, he's got to get on the phone to his agent a bit more and say, let's sort this out. But we're fucked because he's on big money. Him and Kolasinac should be the priorities to leave with me, for me anyways. But we're fucked, man. I don't know who buys him, where he goes.
What's mad for me is, bruv, even if he's angling for a move away, blood, you're not even fit to play wherever you go, blood, if you're looking like that. The thing don't even make no sense, bruv.
Eating his own food at that restaurant, man. I want free shit as well, man. He's overindulging, bro.
Yeah,
You
man,
know
man
the
look like one
Brazilian
of
man that
them.
said as well.
Bruv
It's
look like
they
one of them
partying.
City of Angels extras and that. man, like Lil Zay and that, blood.
Yeah, bro, he's looking like an extra, bro. He's gonna be on Grime Daily in the back of someone's vid if he keeps moving the way he's moving, bro. He's moving mad. Really needs to pattern, man. Like, he's overindulging, and for me, that tells me, there could be some other reasons for it, and I'll be the first to apologize. But that tells me if you overindulge in something, you got no discipline. If you ain't got no discipline, you don't want to be level. So that could tell people that you're not on this football thing again, which is kind of what we're looking at. Why did you sign for us? Like, it's not making no sense what you're doing, William.
Yeah.
Because you ain't had no injury to put on weight either.
William putting on weight is the first time I'm hearing of it, really, because
Relationship weight, man. He's happy where he is, bro. You don't put on weight when you're at Chelsea or wherever, because you know you have to move serious or you're gone. It's mad.
it's true, you know.
It's comfy.
True. Very
And
comfortable.
you man have got that obviously
All or
the
nothing.
Amazon thing got announced as well, blood. All
But
or
you're just
nothing.
hitting me with bare L's, fam. Bro,
Nah,
we lost
because
against
man ain't
Burnley.
seen you since, blood. Man, I ain't seen you since. I might have to just get it.
Yeah, you
all
missed out last week. Still,
I dodged the bullet, bro. It's gonna be bants in it. We lost to Scotland, that Scottish team in pre-season Hibernian. Obviously, our season's gonna be a roller coaster in it. So you already know what's gonna happen. You know there's gonna be off-field dramas, and no one does the drama thing like Arsenal in it. So at least they made 10 mil on that, more than they've done for a couple of transfers. So bro, I'm not really on it, but I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna be shamelessly doing videos reviewing it, shameless thing and all of that. But
yeah,
man, it's L.
That's a mad thing, and obviously your keeper done the mad thing as well, blood. Man, I already said about the IC free keepers and that, and then he done the mad thing, innit? Man done the roundhouse. I don't know why he did that. Like, I don't know why, bruv. Like,
out, man.
I never heard of that keeper as well.
He's like 19, obviously signed a new deal. Listen, I want him to get back from it, innit? I sympathize with him, but I don't know what's going through his head. Obviously, it's just Hibernian to me, but the fans are there. I don't know. I'm trying to find excuses. It's just a brainless decision. In the build-up to it, our centre-half Clark should have done better. And I don't know if you watched it, but Cedric Suarez is bugging out, and it's his fault. It's his fault as well. Arthur, before that, he looked nervous, man, because there was a chance he came to collect a corner and he's fumbled it. So you just got to learn, man. It's better now than if you get thrown in the cup and it's an L, but you're going to have to deal with it because that's going to be there for life. Now, football's real now. You signed a new deal, keep working. But it's like you said, the IC3 keeper's looking booky. Ironically, Chelsea's flying the flag for that, looking positively in that. What it is what it is.
No, 100%. What you saying though, Matisse, blood? Obviously,
listen, bro. When hibernation wrap up Arsenal, it's always a good day. Do you know what I mean? It's always a good day.
They did what you man couldn't do this season. Let's pattern it up a tiny bit.
It's true.
I'm still screaming. Can we play you every week?
But do you know what? Yeah, I'm starting to think that Chelsea got this little thing going on where they want to keep Arteta and Oli in jobs, so they just hand out 3 points every time we play them. Do you know what I mean? That might be where it is.
I'm on that way, because I hate losing to you, man. It's
I hear you.
That might be where it is, honestly. So if it keeps Arteta, then listen, 3 points, man. As long as it doesn't stop
might
us.
not keep himself, rude boy. If things continue,
I've seen his name trending already on social media after one
again. Drama, Arsenal fans. You know the Amazon guys they're gonna clip up social media. Amazon Arteta out. They're probably showing Arteta in his little office and that. You know it's gonna be
good, man. I'm looking forward to this. It's gonna be a good series.
I'm gonna do what I have to do and get views off that. But boy, I'm not looking forward to it, man.
I hear you, bro. Are Chelsea linked with anyone else other than obviously Holland at the moment? Because I haven't seen you lot linked with no one else, fam. And obviously they're saying unless you lot drop the mad thing, he's staying where he's staying. But that's them saying to me that they're willing to sell, man, for the right price. That means he is available.
I think Chelsea will bid. I don't know whether we'll get him, but I think we definitely will make a bid because there's no other option. Like Lukaku said,
he's smile while you're talking about that as well.
Lukaku said he's staying. Like we all know the striker market's looking hella dry right now. People are talking about Andre Silva. He made a sideward step from Frankfurt to Leipzig. Isak, a Swedish guy, he's signed a new contract at Real Sociedad. Lautaro Martinez, new contract, I think, at Inter Milan as well. Like, there's not that many options out there. Do you know what I mean? Even the Premier League, people are talking about Danny Ings. It's like, I'm sorry, but that's not going to cut it. I don't even know if we can rely upon him to be fit, let alone reach the level that we need to reach.
That's a low blow.
You say it's a low blow, but like Danny Ings, if you're chasing the Premier League title, you can't just go with Danny Ings. He's not
going to take you forward.
Yeah, he's not going to take you forward.
You've already got that, so there's no really good point. Good player,
exactly. Man. So he's a good player, but not Chelsea level for me. Starting level, bench level. I think good impact player, definitely for sure. He's a good finisher. Reminds me of like a Loic Remy or someone like that to bring in. But when it comes down to Haaland, I think we will take the bid because, like I said, with all the money we're raising now with these sales, this Ghana thing is not true as well. Apparently, it's just false rumors. But when it comes to raising money, Chelsea look like they're just selling and they're looking to sell whoever they can get rid of, whoever really is of interest. Do you know what I mean? I would love to get rid of Drinkwater, Barkley, Zappacosta,
they're still getting paid.
Batshuayi, all these brothers are still here. You know,
that's the ones you're not even trying to be on the main training pitch in pre-season. Bro, you're just trying to blend in.
It saddens me that Tuchel has to see these brothers at the start of the preseason. The fact that he's going to have to look in their eyes is a problem for me. Do you know what I mean? But unfortunately, nobody wants these brothers. So we have to sell Zumas maybe, and we have to sell Mark Gurhey. But another player is Declan Rice. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's going to be a different approach. I think Chelsea with Haaland, they're just trying to gather up all the money because they know what they need to pay Dortmund to even have a negotiation. With Rice, it's a different story. I think reports are going out. They'll put a 55 million pound bid that they know will be rejected to try and make it public then. And then Declan Rice, it's time for you to get your show.
Do your bit in it.
Yeah, do your thing and see what you can do now to push the move. So I think Chelsea will put in a bid for Declan Rice that they know is going to be rejected in the next few weeks. And then
put the ball in his court. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So it's different negotiation tactics for both players because Dortmund, you just got to pay up. Simple. You know what it is. It's not.
Yeah, Dortmund have never been complicated to do business with, innit? They're always like, yo, this is how much we want. Like, and they don't budge, bro. Like, that's how they were with Sancho. That's how they've been with Aubameyang, with Dembele, all these men, bro. They've made it known they're a selling club, bro. But like they won't be bullied, innit, for players.
Yeah. And Haaland's not going to bully them either. He'll happily stay there one more year.
Oh, yeah, because he gets more money if he waits one more year.
Yeah. He's going to get his release clause next summer anyway.
The loyalty bonuses and them thing there.
Yeah, those are the two players I would say Chelsea are going for right now.
That's what I'm saying. So
I saw rumours Zuma might bust out.
Yeah, Zuma. Yeah, I mean Zuma's another one. But the thing is with Zuma is that he was linked with a few Premier League clubs and Roma, but they all were looking for loan deals, and Chelsea need to make sales. I'm sick of these loans, man. I'm bored of these loans, and I think even some of the players in the loan system is bored of the loan. Like Mark Gurhey, you could have said maybe another loan from in a Premier League team. He said, "No, bun that. I want to go and play football.
Put some roots down somewhere."
Yeah, so he's gone to the cage club, as I call them, Crystal Palace. Do you know what I mean? And it's going to be great, man, because I think he'll play well there. I think he'll do a good job, and I think Chelsea have got some sort of matching bid clause in there where if someone bids in the future, Chelsea can match the bid and try and bring him back. It's like the Pogba situation. Get rid of a young talent, buy him back for 80 mil. Do you know what I mean? So looking forward to it.
100%, bruv. And the man said that the Callum Hudson-Odoi thing. So that's definitely just a rumor, yeah, and that hasn't been confirmed, Matisse.
No, it's not been confirmed. No, I mean, I would actually like it if he did join the Ghanaian national team. I think, after what we saw at the end of the Euros, not that we needed reminding because we know what it is already. He got a lot of love when he went to Ghana on holiday just after the season. So I think that's kind of helped push these rumors a bit further, but it's not confirmed. But
maybe it's their federation trying to pressure him in it, maybe, and just leak the thing on the little SAS one. Why not?
Yeah. I can't lie. Look how many options they have. Yeah.
When I saw the rumor, it came out of it was a Ghana-based newspaper or website. So you already kind of like there's not that there's no legs to it, but that's probably just golden tactics to try and get him to do it. He should do it, get a significantly more playing time. There's a bunch of people ahead of him right now for England. Saka, and that.
They will improve him.
You're shameless, fam.
I had to, man. I heard Hudson-Odoi.
Saka's name 5 times.
The devil was chatting to me, saying, "Low." I was saying, "Low." I was like, "No, Hudson-Odoi, you can't get him, man. Matisse is having too much of a calm time right now."
Is that what it's true though? But the thing is, it will improve him as a player because he'll get more game time. Do you know what I mean? He'll be playing a different kind of football. Like, it will only improve him, bro. You see,
he loved unconditionally, man.
Well, there you go as well, and go and be a leader somewhere, and it will help him grow, bro. Like, same thing with Wilf and that. Sometimes you go somewhere, you're the guy. Obviously, he's the guy at Palace, but when you go international football and you're the man, bro, like, do you know what I mean? Like, that can definitely grow you as a player. You know what I mean? And if he goes to play for Ghana straight away, he's one of the main guys. Like that straight away, just because he plays for Chelsea, bro. That's how football works. So it's just one of them ones. I think it'd be sick for him, and also because he is
to join it as well.
Yeah,
Lamptey, that's other man to be part of it. Look at what Nigeria did or were doing.
Yeah, no, and Nigeria still trying to bring them in. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think it'd be sick.
They need to chat it easy, early. Just do that,
bruv. They need to pattern it still.
I don't know the rules though, because Hudson-Odoi has made an England cap, but I think
it doesn't matter.
Before you turn 23, is it?
I don't know.
But also, I think you need a certain amount. I think you need like 6 or something, and even then,
official games and that, like
that friendlies don't count.
Okay.
So now he could definitely do that still. And speaking of that, bruv, video posted today of Jaden and Rashford on the PJ blood going on holiday and that, bruv. I told man, catch flights, don't catch feelings. Like them man putting out apologies to all these bigots and that, bro. That's what they should have posted. They should have posted hella drip blood. That's what I would have posted on my socials. I ain't posting no apology to these pagans. You know what I mean? So the man
guilty, man.
Bro, like the man
they were probably
told
to make a statement, isn't it? Because they all came out.
Yeah, you have to, but it's
but told by who though?
Yeah, man shouldn't apologize. I hear it, but it's like man shouldn't apologize for just Try it,
Missing
you
a
know.
pen.
You've got
Yeah.
Saka taking his first one, you know. Sancho didn't get scared. Rashford, on top of everything he does for charity, you know, you're hearing the man's now gonna do a shoulder operation. So he's actually going into this tournament putting his body on the line, and then man are saying sorry. You know, fuck all of that. Now that I think about it, it's not worth it, man. You're saying sorry for just, you know, even making mistakes. It's the luck of the draw. So what's the guy supposed to do, man?
Yeah, facts.
It's a job.
That's what I
He's a
mean.
50-50, man.
That's it.
Really
the man
are.
are saying they deleted the video on that. Listen, bro. Like, them man need to stop pandering to man that don't love them, bro. It's jarring. It's a job. Like, all the man them.
Nothing's being said.
But that's what I'm saying. Because, like, Grealish, bruv, like, he's out here living his life, bro. Like, man see videos of him drunk and that, bruv.
He's telling
You know
lies.
that?
I like the pony
Yeah.
so you know what he's doing. He's
Bruv,
playmaking on and off the
listen,
field. In fact, he's scoring
He's
off the field.
licked, blood. He's
I
licked,
love
bro.
Grealish,
You can
man.
see
Look at the
man's
energy he
eyes.
carries, though. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I
No,
feel
he
like,
don't give a fuck energy, cuz.
Yeah.
but I feel like English players, especially, you know, black English players as well, they're almost like taught to be a bit more conservative now and don't give off too much of that energy because it's going to be a negative connotations and it's aggression. Whereas Grealish comes onto Twitter and says, listen, I wanted to take the penalty. Shut up. Do you know what I mean? Don't talk to me. Who the hell do you think you're talking to? But you would never see a Sancho or a Rashford come out with that energy because
he got Mings because he didn't come out with that.
Yeah, Mings
energy,
patterned.
but
He just patterned, didn't it? He just patterned someone simple.
Man come with a slide tackle. Amen.
Yeah.
You know them ones there. Mings come with a slide tackle. But you see the way Grealish came out with the exclamation marks. I was like, listen, bruv. I said I wanted to take one, innit?
Yeah.
So
What are you
let's let that
talking
talk
about,
on my name, blood. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't
I
draw me
respect
out,
that.
right?
But the black man ain't got that kind of energy, bro.
Because they'll feel like they're feeding into it if they come out with that energy.
Man need
you
to
know what
have
the
that
wickedest
energy.
thing is? Let's be real, yeah. If one of them came out on that, people might salute it in the comments. But as we've seen in our YouTube careers, not everyone's gonna come on that same energy. When that attack gets done, they're not gonna back it. They're gonna leave you to the wolves. Man are gonna come and say, "Oh, if Sancho did it," man are gonna come and say, "Yeah, you did the right thing in private." You know, because it's only now you actually like racists are one thing, but let's be real. Only some of them and them are now backing Raheem Sterling. Only some of them are coming out with this thing now. And as much as we have to address these races, we need to address the cowards as well that live among us if we're completely real with ourselves.
100%, my bro. Because like even when my man said, what did Foden apologize, blood, for getting the trim and then playing shit? Where's the apology,
Bro?
No,
I can't
just
tell you
saying,
how many times I thought about it. If Pogba got this trim, Gascoigne and the whole lot and didn't do shit, bro. I'm telling you, it would be an execution.
Pogba got the dreads and shelled out, blood. You know them ones there slapping it top bins. Man's got a goal of the tournament contender and the celebration and everything.
I know that you say that.
Foden got the Gaza trim. Man had bare interviews. Oh, what was your inspiration? Oh, Gaza in it. Then died, fam. Man played 2 games, never played again.
Grealish was a sideman in the tournament through no fault of his own, and he did more than Foden. I'm not even trying to get at Foden. It's just the ideology. There's no wolves out for Foden. Foden is seen as the angel, as the purity. If that's a young black player, not to make it that, it's more than it is, they're looking to demonize them. Oh, look at this. You know, if Saka wasn't, not to say anything with Saka, but if Saka was a bit more quote unquote edgy and a bit more mad with it, they would have been building him up pre-tournament to do the same thing.
And it happened to Sterling already at this age for his World Cup, wasn't it? Was it the World Cup where Sterling was similar age, built him up, knocked him down?
That game against Italy in the Euros or whenever it was.
And like I said, we're not man, I'm smart in this live chat. We're not advocating for Foden to be knocked down, but it's just showing the difference. Do you know what I mean? No one should be getting knocked down, but
I'm just saying keep the same energy for everyone.
You can see the energy is not consistent because how can you have a whole European tour, a whole nationwide tour about your hair, and then the tournament don't work out that way? You didn't do the Gascoigne thing, and then nobody's talking about it. Do you know what I mean? Nobody's talking about it. And you can say he's too young, but when Sterling was too young, no one cares. Saka's too young.
As human, bro, we're seen as emotionless, like just emotionless, just things. We're not even seen as bodies, just pieces of meat, bro. That you have to love conditionally. Like see us as pets, bro. Like probably they treat the dogs better, bro.
Come on, 100%. And that's why I say, bro, like even Mason Mount as well. He never had a great tournament. Yeah, I'm saying, considering the season that he had, which was actually a good season, bro, he didn't replicate that for England. Again, no one weren't saying that. Harry Kane went from, oh yeah, Harry Kane should run the channels. Yeah, he looks injured to, oh my God, Harry Kane's going to fucking bring it home, bro. Even though he missed the penalty and scored a rebound on that, bro. Like, he showed glimpses of why he's Harry Kane, yeah. But all in all, he didn't have a good tournament. Let's not pretend, innit?
And this is why
that's England captain.
This is why the world hate England, bro, because the players, Southgate, whatever you got to say about them from a sporting point of view, white, black, whatever they are, they've showed a good example of togetherness. But you can now the world can see the arrogance and it's the damn right one rule for one, the next rule for another. And this is why a lot of ethnic kids are going to have a difficult thing to make. I done a video about this, shameless plug. The next generation or even the same generation, because, you know, there's going to be people that follow Rashford, Sancho and Saka, people that are at Saka's age and even younger. How are they feeling looking at this thing? What's them 8-year-olds that's playing for United, Chelsea, Arsenal, all these things? Some of them are going to go off and do this. How are they feeling? And my biggest thing to them is, if you're going to go and do playing for the England thing and stuff, that's cool. Do who you want to play for, but never forget find out who the hell you are, know yourself, and never forget that you're nothing more than a footballer. They don't love you. You could score the winning goal. They do not love you. And that goes out to it is the majority in this country. Unfortunately, you've got the minority. It was started off as them, the minority, and now they're the majority. You know, they have to be the majority. Who else storms the National Stadium, breaking and entering in the biggest game in 55 years? You know, there was like 49 arrests. There was about 20 arrests or something in the Denmark semi-final. There's serious issues in this country that needs to get addressed. The drinking culture, the moving mad, smashing up things. You know, not me, but people go over to these other, you know, Italy bosses and do the same fuckery as well. And they get caned for it.
But bro, the mad thing is, yeah, like you see it in every tournament. The English are the only people in the whole world, yeah, that actually celebrate things by destroying things, blood. It don't make sense, blood. Like you saw in the last tournament, bro. The last fucking tournament, I think you saw like Irish dons singing to babies and that, an Englishman just throwing chairs and that. It's like, it don't make sense.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Like, bro, why are you fucking up the place here when you're meant to be happy, bro? Like, this is the first final since '66. A man out here smashing up the place, bro. Like, bruv, it makes no sense.
The country is meant to be on a high. We're riding a wave. Plus, slap
and they're still not called thugs, you know.
Yes, yeah, cool. And they still don't and they still don't get dealt with. However, man get dealt with for just walking down.
This is carnival. They're saying
it's cool.
You know, marijuana.
We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. But,
crazy, bro.
But so it's meant to be a high. Plus, you just come out of lockdown, yeah. So you're meant to even be enjoying all this extra freedom now, really living life, and just everybody's happy, kumbaya. But the England success has led to violence. The fact that you're beating each other up, you're breaking the law. You know, flashing your wing wong out there in public to get arrested. You know what I mean? Doing all these extra things that is going to result in you getting arrested and breaking up mandom's windows and businesses, shops that have been struggling over the whole pandemic. You're going to start smashing up their windows. So all the money that they just made over this celebration for businesses to get off their feet, now they have to go and use that money to replace the glass.
Rebuild stuff.
And you're trying to tell me that these brothers are not classed as thugs. And when brothers just walking down the street and getting held up and saying, yo, we need to do a stop and search because, you know,
just
because
if that doesn't work, smells like cannabis, it's done. It's done. You know, whatever car you're in, you have to come out.
But you legit just saw man pushing over stewards that are making £9 an hour, physically assaulting people,
and then I don't hear nobody getting arrested. Do their job, blood.
But you don't get paid enough for that.
Bro, I'm letting you in, blood. I'm not fighting none of these crazy drunk white people.
A pinky, bro. Fuck that. They're mad.
You think them mad white guys that are drunk here and off their head on Charlie? Do you think I'm standing in front of them for £9 an hour? Is man all right?
It's sad. It's sad because I got a white brethren that called me and he actually cried because he can't understand why some people move mad, and it gives people a bad vibe of this nation. You know, it silences things. I stopped saying this to minority because it's not. Because if we remember a few months ago, man are storming central London to kind of counteract Black Lives Matters and be racist and carry on. These quengers are going back into society, bro. Like it's absolute madness. And what scares me is that obviously a lot of my experience of England is shaped by London because I live in London. I need to remember to myself, not to say if you come from an area or a certain guy, but there's man that come from the edge of England, Blackpool and all them mad places. They come down just to turn things up. Come on now. Like, come on.
Oh, but that's what man said. But this is what man said yesterday when man used the Love Island analogy. As a black man or a black gal, when you go into that thing, understand, yeah, it's the whole of Middle England and all these other things, yeah, that man are representing. This ain't London Island, you know.
Literally.
So when you roll in there, don't expect to see man that look like you, and don't expect...
It's not even a Brum thing. It's not even a Brum thing.
And don't expect the white guys and the white girls to find you attractive, because where they're from, you don't exist, blood. You know, like that. That's just
you
why
might be able to do the Anthony Joshua thing. That's it.
Too many man from London think London's England, you know.
I'm guilty of that more time. I can't even care.
Same.
London ain't
I ain't even
England,
been
man.
up north, you know. I ain't never moved north of Luton, G.
Bruv,
Unless
see
I
what
was
I
on the
mean?
motorway to get the ferry
Bro.
in Liverpool, but I didn't stop.
Bruv, but that's what I'm saying. It's just like in America. It's just like in America. If you're from like New York City and that, or like where my family is, bruv, listen, like all Brooklyn and that ain't a reflection of the US, blood. That's a reflection of Brooklyn, fam. You know, like that, bro. Like the reflection of the United States is Middle America, blood. You know them ones there, them Confederate States, fam, and them places there. That is what, bruv. That's what it is, innit? Them red hats, cuz that is, bruv. That's America, innit? Don't get it twisted. Just because man could go somewhere, do you know what I'm saying? A little 2-2 jerk and that, get some mixtapes and that, bruv. That's not America, fam. That's not America. Do you know
and that's what scares me, bro.
When I used to be in Flatbush and that, when I was growing up with my family and that, man used to be like, yo, America's sick. But that's the only place I went.
Yeah, that's all you saw. And
I'm like, yeah, like man could go get my $1 CDs and that Hot 97 and that. You get me? Man, them are out. Man's just, I'm living life and I'm thinking America's sick. Nah, bruv, that's not America, G. That's Brooklyn, blood. That's what it is. Ain't America. And that's what Londoners do, bro. Like, I'm fortunate enough, yeah, that I've traveled all around this country watching football. So, bro, I know there's certain places you go. Like, when man goes Burnley, I'm not getting out the whip apart from to go
Burnley away.
Bro, I get out the whip to go in the stadium and then back into the whip and then leave. You know what I mean? Man's not staying there. All places like Hull and that, do you think man are hanging around? Or Stoke and them places?
This is what people don't get. This is what people don't get. We think you people were out here saying, a certain amount of people are racist or an area is racist. No, if you want to talk about racism or hear from racism, you know, you can't care about your feelings. This is what annoys me. Stop seeing everything as a direct attack on yourselves, because too much in this country with racism, man want to fight you more for calling them a racist than actually attacking their ideologies or their prejudices.
Yeah, 100%.
Stuff like that. Because realistically, this blatant racism, people being called niggers and things like that, I hate it. It is a problem. But that's not as dangerous as the systemic racism, as the unconscious biases, because we need to stop equating racism to lack of intelligence. Half of these quangers, them and they are lawyers. Them and they work in schools and colleges and things where they can do fuckery.
All the man them getting pulled up, have like reputable jobs, bro. There was one bro that was a football coach that was abusing my
I was about to say, youth
I didn't even know that, but football coach, you see it?
Yeah,
mad thing.
Youth coach, you know.
Bruv, you know, like that. This is what these men are on, bro. So that's why when I see these things, I laugh. Like you said, people get more offended at being called a racist, than actually understanding what racism is and how it affects us, bro.
This is the problem.
You know the amount of men that say, Rant said I'm racist and that. This, that, and the other. Bruv, unconscious bias, this and there's no bias. Bruv, listen, until you even understand what racism is, and how it affects us, bro, like stop getting upset in it. Like, man, don't care, fam.
On that, do you know what's worse? It's when people try and say, you looked a bit aggressive, or can you stop talking about it? No, we don't get the option, bro. Man can't turn off racism. I'm sure if I could click my finger, I could turn it off. People don't see the privilege in being able to say, I don't want to hear this. I don't want to speak about this. Man can't turn it off unless I took some cakes up, which fuck all of that. Shout out to Vibes. It's not going to do nothing for man. Like, it's a myth. We're fucked, mate.
But this is exactly what it is. We can't turn it on and off, bro. Like, as I said before, your privilege, is the ability to wake up in the morning and not think about it.
What about your life, bro?
That's a privilege that man don't have.
That's it.
You know, like that. It's a privilege man don't have, bro. Like, everything in our life is about race, blood. It is. Because we actually have to leave our yards remembering that man's black, bro. Like,
and the world will have a way of reminding you if you try to forget that shit.
Bro, the fact that
you just be like, well, maybe if I don't talk about it, I'll just forget. I'll just blend in. Or no,
it shaped my whole childhood, bro. It shaped my whole childhood. Even the fact, that Jack Grealish, knows that man can just tweet and just is what it is. He said, no, I didn't want to. Right, he said, listen, I said I want to take a penalty. Stop chatting shit. End the story. He can do that because he can speak with his chest, because he knows that the repercussions ain't going to be the same. You know, like that. That's a privilege in itself, being able to stand up for yourself and be unapologetically yourself. A lot of these youths can't do it, bro. That's why these men feel like they need to. That's why they feel like they need to fucking apologize. All these men are saying, you man shouldn't attack Marcus Rashford because he fed your kids, even if he didn't.
Bro, just for being a fucking human is good enough.
Just for being a fucking human being, bro. It's like man have to be
stuff.
Bro, we have to earn the right to be treated
like a human.
Like a human being, bro.
That's why
I have to do so much.
They don't deserve this because they've done this, and that. Bro, if he's homeless, he don't deserve it.
Exactly.
If he ain't done nothing.
And why can they never don't deserve it? Why is it, we don't see color, we don't do any of this, but then you're seeing things, it's the black players. You're even seeing Portsmouth players come out and
what happened in that? What were they saying? Because
I think they're little youths, not to excuse ignorance, and they need all slaps in the face. And any black players in the Portsmouth side and any non-racist, clamp them in training, please, for me. I think they were just moving mad on Snap. Like it just like all the black guys miss it, just some nonsense. And then I don't know what's going on with that one.
Yeah, I seen that screenshot as well, but then I didn't want to comment on it because I didn't know if it was confirmed as being them or someone just like, I don't know, creating fake profiles and trying to catch a man out or whatever. So, but yeah, it was like under 18 screenshot and just bury them in there, just saying a whole heap of nonsense. So, yeah, it's a madness.
But what were they saying though? Were they just saying basically what all the man them miss pens on that? Or was it worse than that?
Yeah, dropping some N words, just.
The casual 13-year-old when you're playing Xbox or something and you beat them at FIFA, them.
Well, there you go. So if little kids are saying this, then how do we think that we're actually going forward, blood? If kids are saying this,
it's the confidence as well to think you can go out there, whether a black guy's doing it to a white guy, or a white guy's doing it to a black guy. It's the confidence to think that one can go out there and just draw them out for their skin color and have no repercussions. You know, even social media companies, they're moving shaky over it. If this was other causes or something that affected their peace, they would have done a sweep. You say M word, you're gone. You been have to sign up with some sort of identification. They don't care because a lot of these executives, they're like a lot of these football fans. They have the same ideologies and they've never directly affected this. That's why UEFA and these guys don't even care about it as well, because not too many of them have been discriminated against directly way before they held these positions, and they want no empathy for us. And this is why we're just gonna be here doing the kumbaya thing, man. It's jarring, bro.
But that's what I mean, and that's why I think that when these black players apologize for being black, bro, it sets us back, bro. I'm not gonna lie, like honestly, if you miss a penalty, cool, you miss a penalty in it. But brother, as soon as I see man racially abusing me, I'm not apologizing, brother. I wouldn't apologize anyway because that's just how I am, bro. Like penalties get missed in football all the time. Do you know what I'm saying? Like Jorginho missed his pen, but Italy still won. Do you know what I mean? He didn't have to apologize to the man them for missing the pen. They won, innit, bro. Like, winning and losing is a part of football. You know, like that. So, bruv, if man are gonna apologize every time you lose, what kind of fuckery is that? That don't make no sense, bro. It's part of the game, innit? You can't win every single football match, bro.
Bro, Rants, like this guy Theo has said, deep it. You can't mention COVID on Insta without some information coming up.
Yeah, something flies up.
This is what I'm saying, bro. That tells you there's a money thing with that. It's a money thing. They don't want to do it. You know, use the tax that they swindle, and I'm sure it would only take 1/10 of that to actually help or make some progress. Come on now.
That's what I'm saying, bro. So the whole thing smells, innit? Like I said, you shouldn't have to apologize for missing a penalty. You shouldn't have to apologize for losing a game. I actually don't like this social media thing where after every game, you know, the players are gonna come out with their copy and pasting. Oh, we gave it everything and that, bruv.
Even shut up, man, are doing it now, man.
Yeah. Bruv, it's annoying. I don't want to hear that, bro. I like the good old days, when my team used to lose, man used to turn off the fucking thing, man got abused at school and then I got over it. The players never apologized to me. Can you imagine Roy Keane coming out and apologizing to the fans after losing the game?
Have you only apologize if you like got a red card or you know you did something?
But even if he did, he still wouldn't apologize.
Yeah, he ain't saying sorry. He's
not saying sorry, bro.
He said that guy only got Instagram recently, bro. You didn't give a shit, bro.
Like Sancho come out saying, I had to think it through and all this, and I'm so, bruv, there's nothing to think about, G. Do you know what I mean? You were one of the brave ones that stepped up.
Proper heart. Do you know what it was? Yeah, they were such heartfelt apologies as well. Like it actually weren't no copy and pasted thing this time. It was like some proper deep, like going through the whole thing and like the headspace after the moment while he took the spot kick. Do you know what I mean? Having confidence in him, well, not having the confidence in himself as well to take it beforehand, but obviously having a great penalty technique as well, as we've seen at Man United this season. And I'm just thinking to myself, do you know what? This would have been like nothing on him, but this would have been a lovely apology if the England fans had been respectful and if they had cheered them out the stadium and given them a round of applause and there was no racial abuse and there was no bullshit. then this apology would have been nice and everybody would have come together. But after all the abuse, to still put out this lovely apology,
bad enough losing in the Euro.
It's nuts, isn't it? It's kind of nuts.
Bro.
I don't think the country deserves it. To be honest, I don't think they deserve an explanation. I don't think they deserve an apology. They do deserve to just see holiday pics and keep it moving, because these brothers trained after what was a very challenging season mentally and physically in a pandemic year. They carrying injuries, played a whole heap of games in a congested space to do internationals and then do well. And you man and you man are getting apologies.
That's the biggest game for all three of them, bro. Them man there are from ends. Rashford's not from London, but he's from Moss sides. It gets like that round there. This is one of the biggest games these man will ever play in their career, and they've all done it as youth, man. That's what everyone that was playing football on the block wanted to do. Not only is it a fantastic achievement, it's gutting to lose that. It's hard enough to deal with that. It's hard enough, and then have all of this. It's absolutely it's appalling, man. It's absolutely appalling, and it must. In a way, it's a good thing, and I say that because I say this: it never lets you forget who you are. If you think you're living in a bubble just because you're a footballer, never forget what they look at you as. And on top of that, if they'll do that to Bukayo Saka, Marcus Rashford, and Jadon Sancho, household names, celebrities, or whatever, what are they gonna do to the calm college kid or the calm worker? Or what's happening to the guy that ain't got a platform or not known? Come on now, man.
Brother, the thing is, you know what's mad as well? Like, I see on Sky, they're talking about, Harry Maguire's dad got his ribs broken or something like that. And it's like, bruv, man, them were getting thrown in the Thames, you know, and shanked. And you're telling me about Harry Maguire's dad. Like, legit.
Pressuring women in that.
Like, respectfully, yeah? Like, man, we don't care. You know, like that. We don't care, bro. Like, talk about the black man that are getting dashed in the Thames, bro. Like, man got his ribs broken in a stampede or something like that. And it's one of them ones where, bruv, if he was in that stadium, there were bare stampedes in it. Anyone could have got it. That wasn't discrimination, bro. That was just hooliganism, bro. You know them ones. He got his ribs broken because a bunch of dickheads were in there. Certain man broke in that shouldn't have been in there. Apparently, there was bare crowds, and because of the hooliganism, he got caught in a crossfire. The man them that were getting thrown in the river, that weren't no crossfire. The Asians that were getting targeted and getting their heads kicked in, that weren't a crossfire.
Italians were getting pinged as well.
Italians were getting absolutely worked, bro. That weren't a crossfire, bro. That was blatant
on women as well.
Women getting beaten up.
Kids, bro. That's what I'm saying,
fam. Women getting beaten up and black people getting stabbed. That weren't discrimination. It wasn't wrong place, wrong time, bro. It wasn't that, bro. It was targeted. You know what? That's what I want these men to talk about. Do you know what I'm saying? But that's it. That's what I want to hear about. But man, they got flipping Maguire there. They got Maguire there talking about his dad. His dad got his ribs broken. Blood, you was in jail last year. You know, like that. You was in pen the other day, cuz. And now all of a sudden it's like, what? Feel sorry for man's dad. Even when he was in pen, man were feeling sorry for him. Man came out and done the full R. Kelly interview and that.
Do you know what was mad as well?
Bro, Joey Barton. He was in jail.
Man said, Kelly, that's Joey. Shout out Maguire for condemning racism, but even then, man are looking at this Euros and thinking racism popped up now. This is a big thing. Every Premier League game, you know, I'm sure we've all got examples at our clubs. The minute they have a shocker, you know what's written on socials, you know what's being said. On top of that, journalists are questioning their mentality. You know, Saka's had a worldwide, like a world win of a season, yeah. In the last sort of few months, he's seen him criticized for buying a good house with his money, and now he's seen this. What's that young brother meant to think?
Yeah. But that's what I mean. The whole thing's a joke, man. Hey, big up everyone as well that keeps sending in the super chats, bro. It's one of them ones, yeah. If you, man, put a super chat in and there's no fucking question, then more times, man will put it on the screen. But, like, if it's not a question, you're not asking us anything, and man are going to put it up, thank you, and then keep it moving. You get me? Like, obviously, man appreciates all the contributions, but people are like, Rants, you didn't answer my super chat. There's no question. You know, like that. So make sure if you're going to put a super chat in, make sure that you actually put a question in it. Whenever people say I don't see color or claim to be colorblind, those men are the most dangerous because they refuse to acknowledge reality. Well, of course, there's not even refused to acknowledge it, bro. There's not even refused to, bruv. There's zero interest in the first place. It's not even like it's an option to them. It's not even an option to them. There's no empathy for man. None whatsoever, bro. Because they dehumanize man, bro. There's no empathy. There's none whatsoever. You know, like that. I see it all the time with all these players, bro.
Saka, he's not a 19-year-old to them.
Bro, he's a 19-year-old, straight A student, good youth from good stock. And guess what? Even if he wasn't, He's still a human.
Mm-hmm.
You know them ones. You don't have to be a good youth, yeah, to be respected as a human being, bro. That's not how life is supposed to work. Man are not supposed to say it's all right to treat so and so like that because he's this, that, and the other. No, bro. Do you know what I mean? Everyone's equal in the eyes of whatever you believe in. Even in the eyes of the law, it's supposed to be innocent until proven guilty, bro. Everyone is supposed to be on an equal footing, yeah, until proven otherwise. But with us, it don't work like that.
You only have to look at even Joey Barton's tweet saying, "Oh, it's a shame that we're talking about all this now, not focusing on the team." I'm like, well, I'm not gonna lie to you. We didn't choose this.
Well, that's the privilege in itself, man. Just want to.
I'm not gonna lie. I didn't ask them to start racially abusing the black players so we could take the attention away from the games. We could have spoken about the games. Really,
we don't want to be talking about racism,
bro. Joey Barton, bro, the fact that Joey Barton has a job in football after all he's done, yeah, tells you everything that's wrong with the institution itself.
And he's got
the brother's manager.
In his own closet.
Bruv, the brother's been jailed multiple times, bro. I think he put out a cigar in like a youth team player's eye.
He's done Mazzolini's, man.
I think his brother or something.
His brother's gay. His brother's racist with this thing as well.
His brother got done for axing some black person or something, I think. Bruv, he's multiple times. I think multiple times. I think he's been done. I think he attacked another one of. He attacked my man as like one of his players or something from behind or something in training. Yeah, another brother. So this brother's got previous, and he has the cheek to talk about. Oh, it's a shame we're not talking about the football. The football was shit. There's nothing to talk about, Joseph. Like that.
Joseph. No, that's what he deserves. Joseph.
Listen, Joseph went by your government name.
Nah,
I don't know if it's true, but man are saying he's friends with Tommy Robertson. So if that is true, birds of a feather.
Remember when this geezer was on Twitter, all trying to do this philosophical thing, like trying to be like he's just a changed man and all these other things and that, bro. You see people like him, bro. Listen, where man's from, they get poked up. You know them ones. That's what happened to people like him. You know them ones, because he talks about all of this. Man's attacking people from behind. Man are putting axes through people, and all of a sudden he wants to talk about the football. Less of that. Do you know what I mean? He's lucky that he's still walking around, bro. Really? Do you know what I'm saying? Because, bro, proper scumbag, bro. But he's got a job, in football. He's coaching probably going to be coaching young black kids, bro. And then you wonder why there's a problem with this system, bro.
So now imagine what they're saying. I don't like that one. He's got an attitude problem. He's got this. He's got that. This is the things you see, especially with a number of kids. When you come out, do you know one of the worst things? When you see why these young players allegedly are not signing contracts, but then you go beyond the scenes and you speak to people and you hear what coaches are doing, how they're blocking their paths, how they're saying people. There's a story of a certain person that was at a previous club. They tried to get him. A coach tried to get him to sign to his brother's agency. He said no. First team opportunities got cut. 23 opportunities. Cut. You see how you get rubbed out in this thing before you even had a chance. Everyone's saying he's got an attitude problem, actually lying to his teammates as well. Fuckery that happens out here.
100%. Bro, that happened to a few players and that. Like I swear someone said that with the Allardyce thing in it or something. What player was it? And I think that they done that to Ravel, blood.
Oh, yeah, Morrison still.
They rubbed out Rav like that. You know them ones, and then everyone's saying, bad attitude. Bruv, listen, I know the guy, yeah, and he is one of the most humble youths, yeah. One of the, bruv, he don't even really talk like that. He's bare shy, bare humble and that, like, and he's got this reputation in football for being a bad youth. Bruv, you can't even get a word out of this guy, bruv. Like, he's so quiet, bro. Like, one of the nicest guys you'll meet, yeah. They've painted this guy as some villain, bro, somehow.
This is the thing. And another thing is, like, obviously, away from being racist, people make mistakes. But this is a thing, not to criticize Jamie Carragher beyond what he obviously needs to be criticized for spitting at a young girl. But he's done that, brushed under the carpet. Maguire still got a hero storyline because of what he's done, getting jailed off or whatever last year. I don't think he needs to be, you need to rub it in someone's face and they need to forever pay for their sins. But this is what racist people that have wool under their eye, between their eyes and whatnot, they fail to see these things. We're not allowed to make mistakes. Grealish, not to bring it up, but the other day he crashed lockdown. He crashed his car in a rave. It's all
and there's rumors to be saying that he was drink driving as well. Obviously, there's no proof because he legged it. It was there. So
Grealish is a maverick, man.
He's a mad youth, but there's not even any proof he was under the influence because he
can tell by his hair, bro. He's just like
he left the whip.
He's a maverick, bro.
Bounced, fam. So they don't even know if he was drunk or not because by the time he turned up, he weren't drunk no more.
Yeah,
like that. He left the car. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. If that was a brother, he would have done jail time for that. 100%.
Defo on the wing. Defo on the
You're
wing.
right.
100%.
They're going to get the dirtiest mug shots of you when you're sleeping there, looking like the devil and that. Like, you know, you're getting rubbed out, man.
Red eyes and that. Them man
Red eyes.
and he was under the influence of marijuana and that. Fam, the whole thing's a mad thing. Right,
making sure you can't get a comb, looking like some tapped individual,
please.
like rubbed out, man.
Bro, big up Yasin for the super chat. Yeah, this is definitely for you, Matisse, blood. Cause that's your. I don't know who's that Elise, bro.
I'm not sure.
He's sick still. He's sick. He was at Reading doing his thing last year. He's sick, man. They got him for 8 mil. If he can tie into what Eze and Zaha are doing, it could be lit still. He's lit. Yeah. He used to be with Chelsea and then he got released as a kid. He went Reading, obviously doing his thing, and now he's signed for Palace.
Palace needed a bit of a restructure, didn't they? Because they have a lot of players running out of contract. And they had quite a mixed squad in terms of age profile as well. They needed a rejig, so hence why the new manager's coming as well. So I'm excited to see what Palace have got cooking. Obviously, Eze is injured, which is unfortunate because he's a very talented player as well. But if they keep bringing in young players like this, I think they even want Conor Gallagher on loan from us as well.
Newcastle time for him as well.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm interested to see what Palace are doing because they're just down the road from me. They're not far from me, so might actually go to a few games if they keep this up. Do a bit of scouting.
Hey man, shout out Vieira.
Yeah.
I always knew you was an Arsenal fan.
Listen, Vieira's he's flying the flag for us in the Prem. Do you know what I mean? I really hope he does well.
He's gonna fraud it, man.
It's very difficult. It's very difficult. Usually,
he's gonna fraud it, bro.
You're gonna.
I want him to do well.
You don't think he's gonna do well?
I want him to do well, and I want to be wrong, but I can't lie to you or anyone listening right now. I think it's going to be rubbed in it. I think on the hardest of days, that Palace job is difficult in it. I think he'll play his young players, he'll do his thing. Beyond that, I don't know, man, because I actually want Palace to do well, but just because of the rejig they've had in their side, surely staying in the league is the priority. And well, we have to see. Vieira's got a rep for them thing there, man. You know, you saw a lot of their players were free contracts and things. Obviously, they'll retain a few, and it's all wavy bringing in Gurhey, Elise, Nathan Ferguson there last year. They got all these young guys, but you need some experience in it, and they know that. Let's see what happens.
Exactly, and this super chat as well. Yeah, I saw the support for Rashford's thing, but I don't know what the context of that. Like I don't know what you're trying to say. Like it doesn't mean anything to me, blood. Personally, it doesn't mean nothing to me. You know them ones, because like I seen bare things on there saying, thanks for the food and that. Bare people grateful for the help that he's given them in that region. But really and truly, that's neither here nor there, bro. Like even if he had done nothing, man deserves to be treated like a human being, bro. Like they're not, a lot of these men, are coming out. Like I said, the love for Marcus Rashford is conditional, innit? For a lot of men, bro. It's kind of like, look at all of what he's done. He's one of the good ones and that, bro. Like, nah, bro. You're supposed to be looking after men no matter what, bro.
Exactly. And you know what smacks it as well? When the under-21s got racially abused, forgive me if I'm wrong, against Croatia, the England first team defo had the racial incidents as well. These same people that were probably doing the madness, they're quick to condemn when it's going on in other countries and singing all the kumbaya. It's a mazza. It's a mazza. And this is this country loves to be comforted by lies. You know, this country is built on lies. You know, when you go down to even in the school days, you're made to feel this slavery thing was just in America in that, you know, and then you're deep in it. Why have I got an English or Scottish last name or something? You have to learn a lot of things yourself. It's quite because they want to save certain people from feeling guilty, and they want to keep certain people from feeling less human.
That's what I'm saying, bro. When them man went to Eastern Europe and they were getting booed and that, them man were talking about how UEFA should flipping come down on these man and this, that, and the other, bro. Like say it only happens over there. Them man are hella self-righteous with the fuckery. You know, that. And that's the worst thing about it. And then you see right now, they're saying that Jamaica trying to get reparations back from the UK, from the Queen.
You ain't getting no bread.
You ain't getting no money, G.
You ain't
getting no money. But, bruv, like, these men are still denying what they did and that.
Just return everything in all the museums and all the...
Man said over 600,000 slaves and that. Do you know what I'm saying? And then them man said, that when slavery was abolished, them man paid off the slave owners, you know, instead of giving the reparations to the people.
It wasn't just dead overnight. Like, it weren't slavery's done, pack up, you know. That's a whole... People forget the whole economic fabric of America and this relied on slavery. You can't just pack it up. It was reshuffled. And a lot of these aristocrats or whatever they're called, they built their reps off this. So... People don't want to learn that because certain people would have to hit home truths and stuff where really it's about learning, man.
That's what I'm saying. So the whole thing is just some joke thing. Like, man just have to keep it all the way 100, innit? Like, it's one of them ones
100%.
where, like, regardless of how you see these men as footballers, they're human beings, innit? No one should have to go to work and get that kind of abuse. Because I know you, man, wouldn't take it at your jobs.
This is it.
You know what I mean? No, it doesn't matter what you're doing, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I said it a million times. If I was working in a supermarket and some man thought he could come in and just start shouting at man, I'm fighting him.
Trust me.
Do you know what? Just
if
they're equal to you, obviously scrap them. If they're superior to you, then listen, I'm going straight to head office. I'm securing the bag. Let's make that very clear. Let's make that very clear. Don't fight your superiors, people. Take them to human resources and get your check, bro.
Stop doing what other people do. I'm scared to come
coming out throwing bananas and that, bruv. What? Man are throwing bananas. Imagine if you're behind the checkout and man lobbed the banana at you, fam.
This is what I'm saying.
It would be.
No, I'm just saying. Imagine man walked into H&M.
These comparisons to real life jobs is long.
I'll be it's a whole banana, bruv. Man are just behind the
whole shop's getting shut down, bro.
Man's getting the security tag off the dress and that, and then man just lobbed the banana at you, blood. What's happening?
I'm telling you.
I mean, it's not going to be pretty, man. You can't go out like a punk, man.
If it's cashier to cashier, it's a scrap, bro.
Once his everything goes out the window, man.
Bro, I'm jumping off the desk, bro. You know them ones there. Man are getting drop kicked off the till. Like, do you understand what's going on?
Like man said.
Cause it's mad, bro. Like, these man don't understand. This is real life, bro. This is real life. Man think that because they're on the pitch, yeah, and you've paid your ticket. No, you paid to watch the football. You did not pay for the right to abuse, man. That's not what you paid for.
It's well, even though I don't advocate what Xhaka did, and it's not the same, but it's even that what I say of Arsenal fans, whether he deserved it or not, you can't logically tell someone to fuck off, and then they tell you to fuck off back, and you're like, how dare you? Like, because you paid 80 quid for the ticket, you can chat to a man like that. Come on now, like it's not making sense.
It don't make no sense, bruv. And then on top of that, yeah, like, bro, like, literally, the players were still on the pitch and their social media were getting ring off, you know.
You knew it. Bro, as soon as Rashford missed, you knew what time it was. You knew before his foot. By the time that ball hit the post and before Rashford could react, banana.
They had the emojis in drafts, bro. I'm telling you. Before they even started getting angry about the final score, they hit send. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's long. It's long. Bro. Yeah, we knew what it was because people were even tweeting on Twitter like, "Yo, exactly. If you're a black person, minority, Asian community, get home quick." Do you know what I mean? Because it's gonna be long.
My boys, blood. I was like, "You man, roll safe, blood," because I was meant to link them after if we won, innit?
That's what I was gonna do. Yeah,
and bruv, when I messaged them, they said, "Bruv, what do you mean? I'm one stop from home, blood." Stay away, bruv. Listen, as soon as Saka missed that penalty, the man them just were literally by the door, said, "Yep, bye."
Yeah, straight on
the
train. Draw yourself out. Like, you're gonna draw yourself out. It's not even them being scared of them tickets. Like, you're gonna draw yourself out in the eyes of the Lord. They're not even gonna care. My man called you M-word. He bang dropped him, and then he dropped and he bust his head. Bro, you're going to jail. Like, you're fitting something. So it's best to just navigate out of them situations. There, man. It's not worth it.
Adiola with the geezer from that song got shut off at full time. Nobody cares, bro.
Man, that song now. Chicken for time. They don't care. Chicken masala. What?
All the reggae songs got dash out the fridge. No, fuck that.
Bro, you know what happened, bro? They probably hit the Stella kind of started moving mad. Like, started turning up, man.
Yeah, 100%.
So I was gonna go out as well. Bro. I was gonna go out, and then people were like, "Nah, Matisse, don't even." I was like, "I'll still go out." I didn't process it immediately. Now I was like, "Man, I wanted England to win so I can go out and have a party." But even if we lose, I'm sure the atmosphere will. We'd have
been partying with pagans, man. Like we didn't enhance. You didn't party.
That's
with
exactly it. Man would have been partying with pagans, and it's kind of like the fact that the whole tournament, everyone was talking about how good the atmosphere is. Like random white people coming up to you on the road saying, "Oh, what do you reckon? He's coming home, mate. Yeah, what do you reckon? What do you reckon?" All of a sudden, it's the mad thing.
It's such a shame, man. It's so annoying because the whole tournament I couldn't get that connection, and then in the final I was finally hyped. I was like, "Yeah, it's the final. I'm up for it." And then I want to get amongst the action now, and everybody's like, "Yo, you should be connected to the country and all this." I'm like, "All right, I'm here." And then you man go and tell me to f off on the dot, fam, on the same day.
As soon as you get there,
as soon as I'm just starting to warm up, it's like that brother that's like. It's like when it's like so many times, yeah, you see this in the club, innit? Girl's not really feeling this guy, and he's been trying months. He's just starting to warm to him. It's like and then immediately you realize why it's like,
she's like, you know what? His aftershave's kind of nice, you know.
Yeah, man.
And then you go and chat to him, and then he comes out with the deadest pickup, like you're like, oh fuck.
yeah, you remember exactly why, bro.
So what, you were almost there and you fucked it up.
Yeah.
Oh my god, fam.
And that's just what it was. All the man them were being super nice and that. I was seeing England flags on cars and I wasn't afraid for my life. You know them ones there. I was just seeing the flags and I was like,
tattoos on the legs and you're feeling his cushy right now, man.
What? Trust me, man, I got tattoos on their head, on their neck back. You know the man that got tattoos on their calves and that.
That's what I'm saying. That and them dead Reebok crepes and shorts. I know what time it is.
Yeah, bruv. Them man that eat raw meat and that. You know them ones there.
Full time whistle. And the brothers all came out of pickup lines. It's like, you're the only one I see. All right, cool. In a bit.
Bro, it's peak. Understand it, bro. I was going past houses, yeah, with literally just England flags all across the driveway in the window. And I'm thinking, yeah, you know what, man, feel safe out here, blood. As soon as my man missed that penalty, blood, it's time to go, blood. Wheel it. You know, like that. Man was saying, oh, what you reckon? What you reckon? It's fucking coming home, is it not coming home?
Bro.
Now, what do you reckon, mate? What do you reckon, bruv? Everyone's your mate when England are in town, innit, bruv? Finals, everyone's your fucking mate, bruv. You know what I mean? All of a sudden.
There was probably a couple of man them, or they're not man them, but as I call coons that were probably, I'm not one of them, and all of them, and just through, because they're scared, just signing up with them again, partying with the pagans. It's sad. That is sad. There's a couple fruity brothers out there, man, that do these shaky things, man.
Nah, it's true, brother. Them man are really partying with the pagans and that.
Dude,
and this is what happens. And this is what happens, unfortunately. You know them ones, like, man feel, safe for a little bit. And then you realize, bro, that the love is conditional, bro.
Always got to be on edge, man.
Hey, you got to be on edge, bro. That's what I'm saying. You always got to have that. You always got to have that little twitch, man. You just got to have that reflex, because you never know when you might have to just throw a bang, fam.
That's just how it is. Turn your back. You got to be on guard, man.
Man go from jumping on your back and that when Luke Shaw scored to trying to nank, man. Like, bro, like literally in the same game, bro.
Yeah, bro. They're probably calling you a black cunt for stuff black people not even doing on the game as well. Like, it's a madness. I'm saying, isn't it?
It's a mad thing.
It's your fault. Like, it's a madness.
Nah, bro. Like, it gets like that, innit? And that's why, hey, yo, this country's techie. I can't even lie, bro. Like, this ain't going away, you know. Guys, understand that this is spilling over into the season, you know.
It is, bro. It's not even a spilling over thing. It's a continuation. This has been happening. For me, when I look at this racist thing, obviously, the more aggressive thing, you're more parallel. But I almost, not that I prefer it, I'd rather you call me the N-word than this in my face, because I know you're a pagan. We can take it from there. It's them people that you walk past me or in Sainsbury's, you say, well, go on, they're cool by themselves, but they catch you with their gang and they've had a little bit to drink, it might get a bit mad. And what scares me is that it doesn't matter if it's Bukayo Saka or people that are 70, 60, whatever plus. Everyone can relate to that feeling. Everyone's got an individual story. I'm pretty sure the ex-England black players were probably going back in time sort of thing when they were seeing what was happening with them.
Bruv, even the Paul Ince thing, like Paul Ince, obviously they're saying that they never forgive man, for letting Southgate take the penalty and that. Oh, now they haven't forgiven him and he didn't even take one. You know them ones. No one's talking about all the other dons that never took penalties, you know. They're just talking about the young G's that took them. You know, they're not talking about the fact that you had players like Stones who was experienced, players like fucking like Henderson and them man that never took penalties. Obviously, Mount never took one, but he's a young G, so he's calm. You know them, but there's bare man that never took penalties, blood. They're going on like the whole team's black blood. There was bare man. There's bare man that could have taken pens, bro. Maguire slapped his in the top bins, bro. So it's not like there's not like there was other man that could have taken the pens, bro.
Like Mesut Ozil when Germany lost, man, are Turkish and that.
You know what's so mad is that in an alternate universe, if it pans out differently and Saka scores and he scores the winning penalty for England, can you imagine?
Because he's black, you know that.
It could have been a madness. Put him on billboards and the whole lot. Like,
people are gonna call their youths Bukayo, get it tatted. You know how some man they get tatted on their neck.
Bukayo youths and that.
Yeah, like bro, some random youth from like I don't know Cambridge or something's gonna be called Bukayo. People don't even know where you got that name if he scored. You know they're not even
spelling it correctly.
It's crazy, fam.
Nah, it's true because that's what the Yardies did, bruv. They're naming the youth for Mario and that, blood. They're Romario youth and that blood from
And they're always
Romario,
with
come
guys
here, bro.
as well.
you know the
Every
amount of
Romario's a
Yardi
troublemaker.
and Ronaldo's blood. You know there's bare Ronaldo Yardi,
hella Ronaldos
little
still.
Ronaldos and
9 months
Romarios.
time,
and-
fam.
Hell of them.
Bare brothers in Ipswich called Bakayo, bro. Some
Yeah,
sort of
like
eye,
it's random done.
some
Like,
sort of, maybe a J in there. I don't know, bro. Anything.
the only one they're not going for Mark. They're not going for Marcus. That one's probably a bit too IC3 for them.
Yeah,
still.
you know like that.
Like my
Marcus.
middle name Jamal, they're not going with that one still. Like, them ones, they're a bit too. Bakayo sounds a bit edgy, you know. You tell them it means something, and they get gassed off it. It's mad.
That's what I'm saying, bro. And then man saying, oh yeah, Henderson weren't on the pitch. Bruv, Henderson got subbed on and subbed off, blood. Henderson got subbed off because he didn't want to take a fucking penalty. Like, man, don't chat to me, bro. Man knows how this football team works.
No, to be honest, I don't think anybody really wanted it. Like, they knew what
Of
it
course
was.
no one wanted it, but
No
bruv,
one
if
wanted
nobody
it.
wants it, then that's when the leaders have to step up and say, yo, I mean that. It shouldn't have been free.
Yeah.
It shouldn't have been free, you man. Because when no one wants it, that's when you find out who your leaders are.
Who the tugs are.
They know if they miss his peak. Do you know what I mean?
But it's peak for anyone, bro. You win as a team, you lose as a team. So really, this,
man, I'm just too scared.
this is when your leaders are supposed to say, you know what, nobody wants it, but you know what, I'm taking it. I'm taking one for the team.
Yeah, should have just been the most experienced brothers on the pitch. Do you know what I mean? Captain, you got Maguire, you got whoever. For me, easy way of picking it. Whoever's got the most caps, go and take your thing. Go on.
I can't lie. For me, Rashford would have, out of the three guys behind me, Rashford would have probably been the only one I would have let take. Like, I don't know David Sancho for penalties. I don't know Saka for penalties. At least Rashford kind of takes them.
Rashford's known for penalties.
Rashford takes them. Rashford
He takes them, but he's the only one, bro. And then
Ronaldo would have said, "Listen, you take them well. Go, you take them well.
Do your thing, man."
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Even Sacco was trending, so it shows you that these white men ain't even trying to learn his name, blood. Man are just disrespect him, man. Called him the wrong name.
That's a Palace winger, bro. That's the winger
he's
that used to play for Palace.
Sacco, same thing.
Can we just call you Ben? Just like with Aspilicueta, can we just call you Dave, mate? That one's a bit of a tongue twister, you know what I mean? Like,
he's like Bakayo and that is just like, all right, Ben. You know what I mean? It's Ben, blood.
No.
Do you know
is that a bad man fella call you little chili? Call you that? Like, simple.
That's some fucking bullshit, bruv. Man, the wrong name was trending, bruv.
And that tells you everything. If you get someone's name wrong consistently, you don't appreciate them as a person. Think about if you had a friend and he kept calling you something else. He doesn't take you seriously. So that means they don't even care about him. Again, he's a piece of meat.
Yeah, that's it. Man saying that man missed his last penalty. Bruv, just because you miss your last penalty, that don't mean that you shouldn't take the next one. That's not how penalties work, mate. Imagine if players never took pens again because they missed one.
This is it. It's not how life works, bro. If you
That's
failed
not
once,
how life works.
if you fail once, you have to go again. Like, what is?
That's it. You know, like that. So, and that's the thing. Again, Jack Grealish wanted one. He wasn't allowed to take one, but no one's sticking it on Southgate. When he threw that, we put Saka. Yeah, that's never taken a penalty in his career. Yeah, dash my man ahead of Grealish. How does that make sense?
I still don't understand how that even works.
Why is no one questioning that? And that's what I'm trying to say, because everyone's focused on pointing the finger at next man and this, that, and the other. Now the whole race thing, yeah, everyone's talking about, that we shouldn't even be talking about. But now we're talking about it. That doesn't mean that we can't still talk about the football. Southgate's going to get a new deal in the midst of all this. In the midst of all this, blood, where man's incompetent, bro. I think as a man, I think he's the right man to have in the England squad. I mean, around the players.
In the thing in that, yeah.
He'll probably be a number 2, bro, because you know what? He stands up for the right things. He stands up for the man them. Even when they missed, he was like, listen, I picked the penalty takers, whatever, like, it's on me, whatever, bro. Like, as a human being, I can't fault him. As a manager, he's not good enough. You know, like that. That's just what it is. He's not good enough to take England to the next level, innit? So
we're not touching World Cup final next year.
That's what I mean. Bruv, and the thing is, these players are going to get abused so much, bruv. This is spilling into the season. Don't think. Remember when Raheem Sterling lost Man City? He got booed at every fucking ground in the country. Don't ever think, that Saka and them man ain't still going to get booed by some dickheads. Don't think that Sancho and Rashford ain't getting booed from some pagans, because it will happen.
It happens, bro. It's gonna happen. 100%. Man, not booing the knees. Like, guys are so, think about it. Just because you want to get on a knee, people are so upset about that. The same knee that they probably get on to propose to their missus, that they're probably doing a madness with. Again, my sympathy goes out because the domestic cases keep rising. Another thing that isn't spoken about with these races. Why are you so, even if you don't agree with it, why are you so angry and you say you don't like the gesture and you don't agree in gesture politics, but then it's clap for the NHS? I'm not saying you shouldn't clap, but you're doing it there. They don't even see their hypocritical ways because they don't want to. Like we're not even human enough for them to even come across as being hypocritical. It's this way, and there's no other way. It's sad, man. It's sad.
That's what I'm saying. And 100%, them man called out Sterling and Grealish, yeah, and then now Southgate's come out and basically said, "Nah, it was me that chose the fucking penalty order. No one's got nothing to say about it." All of a sudden, no, I mean, and not a peep. Why is he getting protected for? Why is he getting protected?
Because he's Southgate. He's
but there you go.
He's the national treasure right now.
I'm joking,
I mean?
bro. And this is what I'm trying to say. The whole thing is a joke, bro. Like the England team, yeah, whether you like them or not, yeah, man have to be proud of them. Them man donated their money to the NHS as well. Do you get
Didn't want to link Boris Johnson.
Didn't want to link Boris Johnson. They stand for all the right things. They stand for all the right things, but this country's a joke, blood. Do you know what I mean? And you know what, yeah? These men are, the England team, yeah, are a reflection of the society, yeah, that I want to live in, bro. However, they're in the minority in this country, innit?
Exactly.
And that is why a lot of men struggle to fucking support them, bro. You know, like that. Like I said, bro, I wanted the man them to win, but I didn't want the country to win.
That's it. I think that's how we all felt, really.
And unfortunately, the two go hand in hand. It's very conflicting. Do you know what I mean?
There you go.
It's very conflicting. This country, truth and be told, don't deserve the success. Do you know what I mean?
Not at all, bro. And
shit,
trust me,
they'll never get it, hosting World Cups and shit for what?
But when the mad thing is going on, like, you know, all that was put in about this country when we had the World Cup or whatever in Russia was, it's racist, this and that's going to happen. To a degree, Russia had a great tournament. You know, here's been marred, you know, with a lot of nonsense. As you can see, even a lot of focus is on the final, but the Denmark game, man, we're doing the fuckery from that game. Like, so what was said?
Man are booing Denmark's anthem and all these things. But you know what it is with this country? I don't think they'll ever win, bro. You know what it is?
What beef can you possibly have with the Denmark national anthem from? It's Denmark, bro.
I don't know.
They're peaceful people in the Scandinavians. What you got beef there? How?
Bro, they don't want to get involved in nothing. You know, the ones there, like them man just mind their business. But you know what it is, yeah? The beauty of it is you see all the madness that this country's done, yeah? The amount of black and brown people that they've done the mad thing to, bruv. Trust me, this country's judged, blood. They're not going to win nothing, bro. I'm telling you, because this country was built on the graves of all these people, blood. And trust me, and these men ain't trying to see these men win, bro. You know the man. You know the judge. Yeah. The judge is too strong, blood. You know, like when
some madness has opened up my phone.
You see when your Touré's agent said, "Yo, Pep ain't winning no Champions League." All the AFs have judged, man, blood. I swear down, that's what's happened to England, blood.
This is why I hope some of them young players coming through start to represent their other nations. Do you know what I mean? Because for me, the Euros is equal to the AFCON, equal to the Copa America. It's all just continental football. Do you know what I mean? So go and play for your native country and go and win. Do you know what I mean? Go and win. Why not?
Just have a better career, really. People,
man, you're gonna be loved. You're gonna be loved. Do you know what I mean? They're gonna be appreciative of you being there. So yeah, man. I think slowly as this continues, I think you might start to see more players, you know, playing elsewhere, which will be nice to see. Because now World Cup, now we're gonna see. Do you know what I mean? Some of our own ballers, our own clubs playing for Ghana, for Nigeria, and that's what you want to see as well. Do you know what I mean? And so yeah, hopefully.
And that's the problem.
That's and now the chance to host the World Cup, England ain't gonna get it, and rightly so, bro. They don't deserve it, bro.
They're not gonna get it, man.
I don't even want it here, bro. What for another madness to kick off?
What 2030? Based on what
to be honest, yeah, madness ain't kicking off because these English fans ain't on nothing. They'll get punched up by the French youths and by the Russians. And imagine if Turkey are there. Them Turkish.
It's sad, but Italy's gonna do. Madness is gonna happen when we go off the club duty. Well, not us because we're not in Europe, but you lot that go off in Europe and do your things. Bro, man, aren't going to forget things because man are onto them already. Every time we see a European Champions League fixture, someone from this country is doing a madness, kicking up tables.
And they get weighed in, bro, because they're on Sheffield and that in their countries, blood. Yeah. So, like, honestly, them Italian ultras, the Turkish and all of that, them man are they're on next things, bro, that the man here are not on, bro. So, as much as them man try to do the bad man thing here, bro, like, when they go abroad, they can't do that, fam.
Can't do it, but get finesse quickly.
Yeah,
the only thing this city can host is Olympics, bro. Because the man them don't get too heated about that. But
football, it's a peaceful thing, innit? Yeah, it's a peaceful thing. But they're not getting no World Cup.
No.
Especially when we've got this young side as well. Again, they're nowhere near maturity as well. We've gone to a Euros. We should be saying that's the minimum, this togetherness. But we've cocked it up. How have Italy won the Euros and England's all to talk about? It's mad.
It's crazy, isn't it? And the Italians are just, bruv, their man just kind of just rode off into the sunset. No one ain't even talking about them.
Glitch, bullied you in your backyard.
Yeah, that's
come in
it.
Rome to by definition, bro. They literally come to the country, pick up the trophy and bounce, bro.
Literally. Same day flight, calmly. Like, literally.
But that's what I'm saying. So like the whole thing, no, I mean, it's just left a mad taste in everyone's mouths, and it's like, what, the Premier League starts in less than 30 days, and it's gonna be strange, blood. I can't lie, because there's definitely gonna be a spillover. You know, like that. There's definitely gonna be a spillover.
Naples,
and it's gonna be peak. I can't even lie.
It's sad, man, because it is. It's not gonna. It never went away. It just Euros have just highlighted things. We've been talking about this. There's been the bananas with Aubameyang. There's been things at Chelsea. There's been, other things happening. Not to say it's just United fans, but in relation to how mad football fans can get. When their man stormed Old Trafford and you saw that Stewart with his eye bus and whatnot, you could see, these things were gonna happen. Like these things have been up and down the country.
And even the FA, bro, they never had more security, for a big final like that, bro. Like it's like I just see two man get chiefed up and man are in. Like what?
Yeah. Just bear pushing. I see people trying to grab some. You're doing too much.
Where were the police and that, bro? Like, what's going on? Like, I'm confused. Like, that lack of security was just very, very weird, bro. I can't even lie. Like, all of it was strange to me, bro. Like, the whole thing. That's why I just don't think things are gonna get any better, bro. Because how are they doing that, bro? The biggest thing that they've held in years, because the Olympics, as you said, pales into insignificance. People love football here. There weren't even no security. People from the whole country were in London for that one day. Yeah, a man literally walked into the stadium. A man that had tickets couldn't even sit down because man was standing in front of them.
This is what I'm saying. Legit people probably couldn't even get into the ground. Full stop.
Yeah, that had tickets probably at some point. But I'm sure there's people that had tickets that couldn't get in because they just shut it off at one point because of all the madness.
But that's what I'm saying.
It must have been an absolute movie. Then someone said stewards were earning peas.
Yeah, stewards were catching a little backhand to come in. Man are saying that, and I lie, there's more police at Carnival. No lies told.
This is what I'm saying. But man, it's crazy.
That's what I mean. So yeah, man, it just gets like that, bro. It's just some nonsense. No, I mean, it's just some nonsense. But hopefully, things get better in the season, innit? Like that. But
we can only hope. Copa America happened as well. Told you, man, Messi. Told you, man, when Messi.
It's cool, man. Like the Ronaldo thing, there's agendas there, innit? It's cool, man.
The debate goes on.
Like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, big up everyone inside. You man already know what the thing is. Make sure, obviously, like the video if you haven't. Make sure you follow the Mandem as well, on the YouTube. Make sure you follow my Twitch as well. More news coming on that soon. What you man got going on anyway? For the rest of the week
after this, I'm gonna go live on my channel, literally like 3:10, talk about Arsenal shit. Apart from that, I'll be doing a watch along because I think we got Rangers in pre-season. Apart from that, that's it really this week.
Another Scottish. Oh, you're doing a Scotland tour?
I don't know why we're doing this. Tierney's coming back to training to want to play Rangers. It is what it is, man. Hopefully, William gets left in Hibernian, whatever sides of Scotland that is. But yeah, we're doing this, and then it's still America, isn't it?
He's got a restaurant, bro. He's invested in your thing. For me, did a stream previously just before coming on here had Football London journalist, Chelsea correspondent on just to speak about Gahey and all the fringe players that we got in preseason playing at the moment. And I'll probably upload again probably later on today with a video, just taking the piss out of the whole Haaland situation because this negotiation has been going on for long now. So might do a little video on that, do a little bit of kickball in Cajun and announce myself as the new striker or something.
Mad thing. Nah, that's a madness. But yeah, man, big up everyone inside. Make sure you follow up the Mandem. You already know what it is. Make sure you go into the description and follow the Twitch people. And yeah, Red Talk back this evening, 7 p.m.